We all know the feeling, that irresistible pull towards something sweet, a slice of cake after dinner, a sugary drink on a hot day. Sugar has an uncanny ability to tempt our taste buds and leave us craving more. But have you ever stopped to wonder why? What is it about sugar that makes it so alluring? The answer, it turns out, lies deep within the intricate workings of our brains. Sugar, beyond its sweet taste, exerts a powerful influence on our neural circuitry, particularly the reward system, a complex network that evolved to ensure our survival. This system, designed to reinforce behaviors essential for our well-being, is hijacked by sugar, creating a cycle of craving and consumption that can be difficult to break. Understanding how sugar affects our brains is crucial for making informed choices about our diets and overall health. In this exploration of sugar's captivating power, we will delve into the science behind our cravings, examining how this seemingly harmless substance can lead us down a path of overconsumption and potential health risks. We will uncover the intricate mechanisms by which sugar interacts with our brain's reward system, triggering the release of dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and addiction. Imagine biting into a delicious dessert. The sweet taste explodes on your tongue, sending signals to your brain. These signals travel through a complex network of neurons, eventually reaching the reward system, a collection of brain structures responsible for processing pleasure and motivation. When activated, this system releases dopamine, a neurotransmitter often referred to as the feel-good chemical. Dopamine floods the brain, creating a sense of pleasure and satisfaction. This feeling is so rewarding that our brains are wired to seek it out again and again. This is the very essence of the reward system, to encourage behaviors that promote survival and well-being, such as eating calorie-rich foods like those containing sugar. In the past, when food was scarce, this system served us well, ensuring we sought out energy-dense foods whenever they were available. However, in today's world, where sugary treats are readily available, this once beneficial system can lead to overconsumption and health problems. Our brains, still wired to seek out rewards, haven't quite caught up with the abundance of sugary foods surrounding us. This constant stimulation of the reward system can lead to a diminished response over time, requiring us to consume more and more sugar to achieve the same level of pleasure. Dopamine, the star of our brain's reward system, plays a pivotal role in our experience of pleasure and motivation. When we engage in activities our brains perceive as rewarding, such as eating sugary foods, dopamine is released, creating a surge of positive feelings. This surge is what makes us feel good and reinforces the behavior, making us want to repeat it. Think of dopamine as a messenger carrying signals between neurons in the brain. When we consume sugar, it triggers the release of dopamine in a specific area of the brain called the nucleus accumbens, a key player in the reward pathway. This dopamine release creates a sense of pleasure, signaling to our brains that sugar is something to be sought out and enjoyed. This process, while pleasurable in the short term, can lead to problems down the line. Repeated exposure to sugar can alter the sensitivity of dopamine receptors in the brain, making them less responsive over time. This means that we need to consume more sugar to achieve the same level of dopamine release and feelings of pleasure, leading to a vicious cycle of craving and consumption. Section 4. Tolerance. The escalating need for sweetness. As we repeatedly indulge in sugary treats, a concerning phenomenon begins to occur: tolerance. Our brains, constantly bombarded with dopamine surges triggered by sugar, start to adapt. Like a friend who stops noticing a familiar perfume, our brain cells become less sensitive to dopamine's effects. The once thrilling surge of pleasure from a sugary snack diminishes, leaving us wanting more. This decreased sensitivity to dopamine is known as tolerance. It's the reason why that first bite of cake might have once been incredibly satisfying, but over time, it takes more and more cake to reach the same level of enjoyment. Essentially, our brain's reward system becomes accustomed to the presence of sugar, and we need to consume larger amounts to achieve the same level of reward. This adaptation, while seemingly harmless, can have significant consequences. As tolerance builds, we may find ourselves consuming more sugary foods and beverages, increasing our risk for weight gain, type 2 diabetes, and other health issues. The more we give in to sugar cravings, the more we reinforce the cycle of tolerance and overconsumption.